Hi Aquarius, welcome to the new moon in Sagittarius for December 12th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. The direction that this reading is going in is transformation, number 5 cycle. Transformations can be a little bit unstable. And I say that because we are at a number 5, and 5 is instability. It's the roller coaster ride, and it's quite changeable. So transformation suits the number 5. And so this is a cycle that we're dealing with. So there is a big cycle that can be changing. We are moving to a new year. However, I think the true new year is spring, but whatever. Majority of people don't, so for them that's a big cycle. So something's changing. We're going to look into see what's being changing, or what's being changed here, or what's going on around you that's changing. But your focus, your own particular focus, so this is the direction the reading is going in, your particular focus for the next 2 weeks is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is a lot of work. It's work we like to do. It's work that we're good at. It can be overtime, but you just whack it out. This is honing your skills as well, but he's pretty good at what he's doing already, and so you can only get better. 8 is a power number. It's a lot of energy behind something, and this is kind of like, for me, because you have transformation here, I think you're going to be working very diligently to change something or to transform something, because the 8 of Pentacles is clearing all distraction and just getting the work done. So I'm going to lay out all the cards first. There we go. The first column is where you find yourself at the beginning of the beginning of the new moon, or if you are beginning something new, right? You are consciously beginning something new. The second column is you and how you deal with the whole situation, your behavior, what you're actually doing. And the last column is the probable outcome. Probable because some things we can change, sometimes we have the ability to change things, and sometimes we don't. If that is the experience that we are supposed to be having while we're here, then its chances are, it's something that we wanted to learn when we came to this planet. And then we're going to have it, right? It's just a necessity. But sometimes we can change things. Looks like you can transform things quite well with these cards, especially with the Tower card, because the Tower card is also a big transformation. It's like the hand of God that wipes away what is no longer necessary in your world. So the Tower card is freeing you from something, and it's very often that it frees you from a belief system, from something that was not firm. It was a belief system that was on shaky ground, or it could be anything, but it is freeing you. It just comes as a bit of a shock. It's very often that it's something that we couldn't get out of ourselves, so the universe said, let me give you a hand. But it can be epiphanies. And with that Queen of Swords, who seems to be making an appearance in quite a lot of these readings now, this is associated with Virgo for me, and is a very discerning energy. You can see the clouds here at the bottom. Her mind is clear, right? But she can kick up a lot of dust around her. She can create some chaos. And so this may be somebody who comes in with a bit of shocking information or unexpected information. We are moving towards the end of a cycle with this 10 of Wands. Slow and steady wins the race, but it is taking up your responsibilities and moving forward and finishing things up. It can feel very slow and plodding. But we're almost to the finish line. We're almost finished up with this particular cycle. Maybe you have to take on some responsibility that you were not expecting. It probably means extra work for you, maybe extra money, but we are trying to transform something here. That's very interesting. I don't know if there's been a breakdown or there will be a breakdown and we may need to try and fix something, but it comes a bit unexpected. And this can be a breakdown in appliances or a relationship, or something happens with the house, that kind of thing. Like the toilet gets backed up or whatever. It kind of like adds one more thing to the list of responsibilities that you have already. The Sun card is really nice though, because you have the Sun and the Lovers, two major arcana cards, and this could be, and you have quite a few of them already, so this can be something that goes on an internal level. But the Sun is a very jovial card. It's happiness, it's joy, it's sociability, it's possibly being in the spotlight. There is an illumination when the Sun is there, so there may be something coming, something illuminated that can kind of change a belief system. You may come to some conclusions or some understandings that change things, right? Because we're in transformation here. We're transforming something. But we can be transforming from difficulty to something brighter, happier, more jovial. The Sun can be a rebirth. It can be healing. And we're looking at the Lover's card. So there is a crossroads here. There's a choice that needs to be made. And we can make the choice between something mundane and something higher-minded, something loftier. The Lovers is the crossroads. It is a choice. It used to be called the choice card. And the thing is, though, that it represents the three types of love. So this particular stance here is your passion, right? So that's more of the earthly, sexual love. The female is more fruitful, so this can be more romantic, but it can also be the love of a child, the love of a pet, the love of a house, the love of a country. And then you have compassion, the highest love. And that's why they say, you have a choice between something mundane and something loftier, something a little higher-minded. With the Sun card there, you could go either way. Maybe you choose to just have some fun and, run around naked in your home or what have you. Or, you can choose this higher, loftier solar energy where you are more magnanimous and you give without asking for anything, because that's what the Sun does, right? It just gives. It asks for nothing in return. So it can be that kind of energy. They're major arcana, so it can be something very much on an internal level that you're feeling. But if it is, you're feeling bright and happy and cheerful. That's really nice. And it can be because some work situation is transforming for you. You can become a leader. You may be dealing with the King of Wands, but you can also be behaving like a King of Wands. And these are trailblazers. These are people who do things to that no one else has gone before, kind of energy. It is associated with Aries, and Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, so they have no one to compare themselves to. But yeah, so that's really nice. It's a fiery, passionate energy, and there's great leadership skill here. So you're going to be behaving like a King of Wands who is master of his passions. Now, the probable outcome is an interesting one. You have the Knight of Cups and the Moon. So you may receive invitation to go out and have a good time or to socialize, and the Sun is a very social card. But the Moon card can pull up some fears. This can also be an important moon for you. And you may want to look back on the last eclipse to see if there was something that happened then, because this is also the eclipse card. But things can feel a little bit vague when the moon appears, but it can also be especially with that Knight of Cups, that we kind of want to be a little wild. we might be a little bit wild. And the funny thing is that the negative thing, and I'm not saying this is negative, but on the negative side of the sun, you would think that there's nothing negative, but it can be mania, right? It can be manic. And that kind of gives me the feeling with the moon and the Knight of Cups. And I don't mean like crazy, but I mean like all of a sudden we feel like, instead of one glass of champagne, 2 or 3 would be nice. You know what I mean? We go a little bit above and beyond maybe what we would normally do, because the moon has sort of a pull on us. But because it's aspected with the Knight of Cups, it feels a little bit more, maybe we can even be a little more romantic. Maybe we can be a little more frisky at this time. It's that kind of energy. I'm going to get another card for it. Funny. The World card here. Yeah, so there may be some travel involved. We might have to travel somewhere. I mean, we are the holiday season, so things are moving, things are traveling. People are traveling rather. But it is also the end of a cycle. And we are transformed, it feels like. I mean, we're starting sunny and we move to this eclipse energy. Interesting. But things have come full circle with that World card. And we are moving up to another level. So there is major transformation, maybe where your work is concerned, or your health. And even if it is your health, it can be something brighter, right? We're feeling a little bit better. We're conquering our fears. We're facing our fears. And we're doing it happily with that Knight of Cups, right? We're doing it friendly and joyously with the sun and that Knight of Cups. And ending a cycle in a good way, in a big way, in a happy way. Nice reading. Okay. So again, I don't have all my cards with me. I'm not in my usual space. So I have limited decks, but I did bring a very old deck with me that I got from a really nice couple in England for I was at Arthur Findlay College studying mediumship, and they gave me a deck. So it's pretty old. It's a unicorn deck, but you have the Archangel Gabriel call in the pure white light. For me, that really has an interesting connotation with the Tower card, because the Tower card is those epiphanies, right? It's like a light went off. Oh, I understand things differently now, or I see things differently, or something has happened that really kind of changed my opinion, or transformed my outlook, or transformed my world. And the white light is everything. And it is only the shadow and the dark that delineates different objects. Otherwise, it would just be unifying. And so it is this kind of energy of unifying things again. Right? I hope you understand that. There's a sort of a psychological question that is asked, which is, if you find yourself in a room where everything is white, how does it make you feel? Because it's unifying. For some people it's terrifying, for other people it's very calming, but it says a lot about your personality. But in any case, if in the beginning there was only light, it is that you cannot separate anything. It's all unified. And it's the shadows that start to delineate and break up the light, where you can then begin to see the separation. You can begin to see objects and people and personalities and that sort of thing. So for me, this card really does talk about unification. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Until then, take good care. Bye for now.